Hello, guys. This is your girl, Black Goddess. I'm back. But right now, we are going to be talking about death. Ooh. Anyway, I feel like when people hear the word death and they see death, a cure, and they hear about a death, it scares them. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be scared because let me tell you, it's okay. Everybody has this energy of not knowing what is going to happen when death comes for them, okay? So it scares them. But I just want to basically say, and the reason why I'm on here saying this is because let's get into what happened yesterday. First of all, I was supposed to be going to a funeral today, but I said I'm not. I'm not doing another funeral right now. This will be my third funeral, but I done skipped a lot of funerals. I ain't been to. It's been a lot of people dying, over 20 people that I know that's around me and that I know of. So death is so important, especially this year and next year too. Okay? But last night I ended up having a slumber party. Yeah, I was just playing. I didn't have a slumber party. Actually, I went to my sister's house. My mother was over there, and Kennedy wanted to go, so we went over there and we spent time, and we ended up spending the night there. Ugh. But everybody know that Chadwick Bowen, if I pronounce his name right, the actor, okay, he did Black Panther and he also played James Brown in other movies, I'm pretty sure, but he passed away at age 43. Okay, he had colon cancer. He was fighting it for a couple years, blah 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 blah. But my nephew, he came into the living room and he said, "Did y'all hear that? That dude died, blah blah, Chadwick Bowman." And was like, "Yes, death happens." Because that's what I tell people. Like, when people are surprised when they hear that somebody has died, and I'm like, don't you know you gotta die too? We all gotta die. Some people die at an early age. Some people make it to an old age and die, but we all die. Okay? It's part of the transitioning of our spirit. Okay? I've been really deep late. I'm so knowledgeable and wise when it comes to life and spirituality that it's just anything you want to know, just come ask me. I'm gonna give you the best answer possible. But he was concerned, and my nephew is like, how old is my nephew? 16, 16, 17 years old. 16 years old. I think he's 16 if I'm not getting it right. No, I got too many nephews and nieces, but he's 16. He's in high school. And he got a lot going for himself. He's wonderful in sports. And I'm not going to get on to my nephew, but I'm using him as an example because we have the masses that feels threatened by death or feel some type of weary feeling when it comes to something that has to happen. And he said something like, something that I done heard from many other people, death, oh my God, he had his life to live. I think he said something like that. And I'm like, but you need to spiritually prepare. I said, you know what? Because he made it seem like living on this earth and on this planet was just it. That's how, and I felt so bad because I'm like, okay, nephew, you got to understand that this life is not forever. I said, it's a test. I just kept on saying it. My mama was agreeing with me. My sister was agreeing with me. Death happens. Life is a test. Everybody has to die. So when you gain that understanding that you have to die one day, regardless if you know when or not, I'm pretty sure Chadwick knew that he had colon cancer. So he knew one day that it could have been his last day. You know what I'm trying to say? But when you gain that knowledge and that understanding that you have to die, you need to start looking. And I'm not saying really pin your mind on what I need to prepare for death, but you have to be prepared. Okay, and how to prepare is spiritually prepare yourself. Okay, you want your soul to be saved. So my thing is, when it comes to people on this planet, as my job as a servant of God, as a vessel, that's the main thing I tell people all the time. Is your spirit right? Is your soul right? Is it saved? If you die tomorrow or today, where are you going? Because there's a life after death. So I was telling him, I said, there's a life after death. There's paradise. Y'all, I believe there is paradise. Okay, I done seen some shit, spiritually seen some things with my eyes. I done heard some. I know we are energies, and I know there's another place, period. Okay? But he was like, well, And I start giving him examples of people that died this year that went to heaven. I said, so and so died. She went to heaven. He was like, well, she was into church. You know, she went to paradise. Like, she was into God. I'm saying you can be into God too. You don't have to go to church to be into God. You know how many people that's going to church now or have been going to church and went straight to hell? Okay, it ain't about going into a building and praising him. Okay, his day is every day, not just on Sunday. You're supposed to praise him all day, every day. God's day is every day because he created it. He allowed you to live through it. So you give him praise every day, okay? So I'm just, it's like this younger generation, and not even a young generation. I done ran into some older people that's confused about their spirituality and death too. Like, it just sucks because we need to be learning about this. Like, somewhere in the government system, we need to start speaking about who we are as a spiritual being, as spiritual people. Oh God, we're so behind. The humans on this planet is so behind when it comes to what they really need to be focused on. Okay, the men have man-made things, technology. We have been brainwashed. We have been swept out from the truth. Okay, and that's why it's so hard for us to even cope with the fact that when death comes, it's supposed to come. Okay, when people die, you're supposed to go to the funeral and rejoice that they hope, praying and rejoicing that they made it to the right side. They made it to the light. That's why they say when babies are born, you're supposed to cry. I done did a lot of crying during this pregnancy because I know it's like my baby's about to be born into a world of BS and sin. Okay? And when people die, you're supposed to go and rejoice and rejoice them away from this earth. Okay? Because this earth that we here, okay, we living on this earth, but we're not of it. We're not supposed to be here forever. Stop being scared of something that we all have to go through. Prepare for it. How do you prepare? Connect with God. Get your soul right. Okay? And for the people that believe there is a heaven and hell, because some people don't, I believe there is a good place and a place that you will not, and a bad place. I believe that. Okay? And I also believe that you should do accordingly. Like, you should live your life accordingly to where you want to go. If you want to go to heaven, you want to live a good life, afterlife, in paradise, do some stuff on earth that's going to get you there. Connect with God every day. Don't basically exclude him from, because a lot of people wake up in the morning and don't even say, thank you, Lord, for giving me another day. They get up and they go eat a bowl of cereal, brush their teeth. Sometimes they don't even do that. They just go live their daily life. You know what I'm trying to say? And don't give thanks to the source. It's no way you can look out into the world and see that there are oceans, trees, mountains. It just, even with the world disaster, tornadoes and all this other stuff, and say, oh, it's just here. This is a creation that a magnificent man made, God. So to me, I'm just so spiritually in tune and so spiritually aware and knowledgeable of spirituality, life, and everything in it, that when I hear people, I don't get mad at them, because some people are really unlearned. Some people are really into the worldly things, like I said. Some people are really into sports. Some people are really into politics. I'm not into none of that. So when you come to me and you around me, we're going to start talking about God, okay? If you want to talk about politics, it's going to be bare minimum of a conversation that I'm going to give you about politics. And if I give you some conversation about politics, know that I'm going to be spiritually speaking from a spiritual level involving the politics. Spirituality is my life. It's my passion. So I know a lot about it. And then in like with the death situation, because we can't get off subject, it hurts my soul. It hurts my spirit to see people so afraid of death, because most of the people are afraid of death is because they feel like, oh, I didn't get to live my life. I didn't get to get married. I didn't get to have children. I didn't get to do this. I didn't get to do that. But when you die, you get to do much more in paradise. You don't have to suffer. Okay, you don't have to deal with people talking down on you. Nobody, it's like a perfect life in paradise. Like, nobody is judging you. Here on earth, it's a test. I'm pretty sure God is watching us every single day. I know he is. He here and he sees everything. He's looking down on every single body. Okay, because they said the earth is like a footstool for him to prop his feet up with. He's huge. Huge is not even the word. Gigantic, that's not even a word. They say the earth is like a size of a booger in his nose. He's huge. So he can see everything, everybody, like little ants. You know what I'm trying to say? And the thing is, just build with him. Don't be afraid of, because he's looking at like these people are putting more into the earth that they have to leave from soon, or in God's eyes it's soon. Our time is different from God's timing. We think it ain't soon. We think, oh, we got, you know, years to live. Like I said, people die at a young age and people die at an older age. I had a cousin that died at 3 years old. Okay, I done heard of babies being born and not making it. You get what I'm trying to say? I done heard of people dying at 30, 40, 50, every age. So it doesn't matter, in different ways. You know, the most, and I'm not gonna say a special way. I'm not going to say that, but the easiest way to die, to me, naturally just pass over. It's in your sleep. That's, to me, that's kind of like a blessing in a way. Like, you died in your sleep. You don't have to worry about getting beat up. Your body ain't beat up, car wreck, shot up, and that. Died in your sleep. That's like the most peaceful way to go. Okay? But he had cancer. He knew about it. He knew that cancer was a deadly disease. And my nephew was asking about that. Like, so you can't get rid of cancer? Like, cancer could kill you? Like, and he's growing up. He's learning, I'm like, yeah. And sometimes you can get rid of it and it can come right back. And he was just so concerned about, oh, he had his life, his career. I said, that don't matter. You have something better in the afterlife. This is a test, son. And there's so many people like him, and not even his age. Like I said, it's older people that is scared of death too. They rather just live on this planet forever and suffer from people talking about them, people doing things to them. They working their ass off. Like, a lot of us we are working to die. They say you're supposed to work to live. No, we working and we dying. That's all. And that's not how life is supposed to be. But when you in paradise, you ain't working. You just living and loving and sharing and rejoicing. That's how I look at it. So when death comes for me, I know I'm prepared. When you know that you're prepared for death, it's like you don't worry. Like, okay, it happens. I know where I'm going. Like, when you know that there is a place of paradise that you can go to versus a place that is evil, and I don't know if it's directly, because we don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? What it is after death. You find it out when you die. I'm sorry. I don't care how many people did their research. It's a lot of people that done had near-death experience and had visions. But that's just up to you to find out when your soul is transitioning, when you are basically passing over to the other side. That's something you have to find out. But I don't want to, I also told my brother this, because, honey, when we get together, when you're around me, like I said, we're talking about spirituality. We're talking about God. We're talking about death. We're talking about the things you need to do to get yourself right so you can make it. That's what I talk about when you're around me. And like I said, if you want to talk about sports and politics, it's going to be bare minimum. I don't know too much about sports, so please don't ask me, because you're going to think I'm dumb. I didn't tie myself into the worldly things, because that's not always going to be here. I have to get myself right spiritually, and I have to become wiser spiritually. Tap into my higher self. Know why I'm here spiritually. What is my purpose spiritually on this planet? Like, physically being bound to a planet will have you all brainwashed and confused on everything that involves spiritually evolving. If you know more about the sports team and the rappers and this and that and my career and all, like, that's what I'm saying. And I'm about to get off subject in a way, because my mom said she gonna vote. Y'all, mama, this is my first time. This is the first time my mom said she was gonna vote, which is this year. She asked me was I was going to vote. I never voted either, and I said no. I'm gonna just keep doing what I've been doing and don't vote, because I'm not gonna tie myself into this stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not gonna vote, but that's something that I feel is not part of my spirituality, voting. But then I started thinking, like, well, shoot, what if I wanted to be a president one day? But I stopped thinking that a long time ago, because I asked a couple people, I said, if I was ever president and they cut me off quick, you gonna die. They gonna kill you. They gonna go ahead and get rid of you quick if you become president. And the reason why they said that they would kill me off if I become president, or they would try their best not to make me president, is because I'm spiritual. Imagine the black goddess being the president, the ruler. Y'all know I'm going to be used. I'm going to say, Father, use me. Come on, I'm your vessel. And I'm going to be saying, get your life right with God. Spiritually connect. This is how you connect. This is how you learn about your higher self. Ain't nobody trying to listen to that. Love each other. Come and be peaceful. They gonna definitely kill me. My sisters and my friends like, yeah, you're not going no, you're not gonna be the president, because nobody's gonna want to deal with that. And that's the thing. Men have definitely messed up this planet. They have controlled this planet, and they have ruined this planet. They have ruled and basically brainwashed, like I said, the masses. We all are zoned out. And I'm saying we, but really I'm not zoned out. I'm so aware. I have knowledge beyond my years. I'm blessed with it, and I'm really happy that I do. And all I'm doing is trying to share with you guys, but it's so hard to share with people that are asleep. Because and you're so tied down to the worldly things, it's hard to share some truth when it comes to opening up to who you need to really be focused on, which is your spiritual self. And you know what I'm trying to say? It's hard to teach people about that are asleep and bound to the earth. They're more to, I ain't worried about that. I'm living my life. I'm about to go, let me do this, let me do that. But when death comes, you scared. You scared now. That's a spiritual thing. Death is spiritual. Physically it's going to happen, but it's spiritual, because your soul have to ascend somewhere. Don't wait to your death. Even though I say you don't know when you're going to die, just don't wait until you die. And and how can I say that when you don't know when you're going to die? You don't know. You get what I'm trying to say? But since you don't know when you're going to die, but you know death is going to happen, you can't stop it. Go ahead and start preparing yourself for the afterlife. Like, get yourself together. Don't be scared of it. Because you have to go through you have to go through that transitioning. Don't be scared. So many people are scared when they hear that somebody. I heard a lot of people, like, especially after basically hearing about Chadwick passing away yesterday or last night. I seen a lot on Facebook. And they was like, oh, 2020 is just taking all the wrong people, or oh my gosh, and cause I'm so spiritual. I'm like, Lord, Father, help us all. Like, for real, I'm looking like, don't y'all know that it don't matter if it was 2020, 2030, 2042 when this person died. Like, death has to come. And I be wanting to, just imagine if I decided to comment and reply to every single body that has something to say, and not to be mean, just to get them a little knowledge, spiritual knowledge. Honey, don't you know that death is coming? You ain't seen nothing yet. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you got to let these people know, like, this should be a wake-up call to you. Regardless what year it is. Yeah, 2020 has been really rough, and there's still a lot to come that y'all are not prepared for. And it's supposed to be the spiritual awakening. It's supposed to be like a spiritual awakening, a spiritual awareness happening on the planet. And I can't say people have been waking up. I've seen a lot of other people from just different apps and different social media platforms. They have been opening up. They have been realizing, like, something is spiritually going on here. It's a shift. You know? It is a shift. If you don't feel that in your spirit is asleep. There's a spiritual shift going on the planet. And with the other planets around us, it's causing a lot of things to happen on the earth. Okay? So you have to prepare yourself. Prepare your children. Because like I said, it's a lot of young people just like, oh my God, this person just died. I love them on this basketball team. Or, When Kobe Bryant died, ooh, oh my God, like, it's gonna happen. I know you loved him physically. He played basketball. Or oh, your favorite rapper died. You listen to his songs all day. But death has to come, darling. That should be a wake up call. Get off the baby diapers. Don't mess with her diapers, okay? They need to be fresh for her booty butt when she come.
Don't worry.
And that's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. Like, sometimes God be using me, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch this video and see what I'm talking about. But I know I'm talking about death and that you should prepare yourself. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm happy, but I know where I'm going. So when I think about death comes to me, the only thing I'm worried about is how other people gonna feel. See what I said? See what I'm telling you? Now put all them diapers back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Like, I'm not scared for my soul because I know my connection with God. I know I done made it. You know what I'm trying to say? I know I have made it to the other side. But physically, my flesh, because I am still human in a way and I'm still living on this earth. I haven't died yet. I physically think about what my friends and family would feel. Like, they will be hurt, they will be sad, but they have to understand that I'm good. And I will come back. And I don't want to scare nobody, but I will make sure they know I'm good when I pass over. Okay? I just don't want you guys to be scared about death because we all have to experience that. If anything, prepare. Get suited and booted. Get suited and booted for it. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you don't know your day or your time. And when you make it to the other side and your life ain't right. And I was telling my nephew that too last night. I said, get your life right now. Okay? I said, get your life right now, because if you go to the other side, and my mom and them, they like listening. Who don't like listen to knowledge and wisdom, especially spiritual knowledge and wisdom? So people be like listening like to what I have to say. And I listen to people, what they have to say when they give me spiritual knowledge. But it's too late to say, oh gosh, it is a heaven and hell. Like, you done died and passed over. Here's your spirit facing God, getting judged. And you're like, oh, let me run back to the planet and go back to my body and live my life. No. Get it right now while you're still living. Because when you pass over, it's God's time now. He's finna judge you. He gave you time, regardless if it's a short minimum time. Because, like I said, people die at a young age and people die at an old age. But he gives you time. And some people get times after time. Like, they have, like, 9 lives or something. I done heard somebody. This one man that lived in my town, I got ran over about 9 times. Literally. Real bad wrecks, ran over, and you still living. That's God saying, get your life together. Because when you get to the other side and it's too late, you can't run back. God is going to judge you right then and there for what you have lived your life. Whatever you held is that you was doing in your physical life before you died, you're going to be held accountable for it, good or bad. So we need to start teaching our kids in this generation and the people that are still asleep. Because like I said, age does not define a person in their knowledge of life and spirituality. These people need to be taught. And that's why I probably won't be president. I can't. And because if I was, this world, Lord, hallelujah, this world would be a better place. Seriously. And I'm not even thinking about Donald Trump and Obama, nobody. I will spiritually uplift this planet. So I know I will not be put in a position to do that. Because this planet is, these people, the government system is made to really control and ruin, like a circus. It's a big old circus. And no, I'm not going to vote. Never have. People, you can judge me all you want to, but I don't want to vote because I don't want to be a part of that. Because first of all, people are fighting and killing over Democrats and Republicans. I don't want to be a part of that argument. We're supposed to be coming together. Okay? And not only that, I'm so smart. Like, the knowledge that I have, I know too much. I know too much. So with my brain and my knowledge and my spiritual gifts that I have, knowing too much, why would I vote when I know the truth behind the voting scenes? I know the truth behind the closed doors. Okay, I know the truth. So knowing the truth, spiritually being gifted to know and blessed to know, I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to be a part of that. You guys go out there and join the circus. Y'all go vote to make a change on this planet. Okay? And my thing is connect with God. Is they telling y'all that? That's number one. Connect with God. Stop fighting. Stop arguing. And get together in union. Come in union. Everybody. Humanity. And I'm going to end it right there, guys, because I will talk y'all heads off. I will. We will be on here for hours. You know what I'm trying to say? But I need to go eat. You know, I went hungry, but now I'm hungry. I done talked so much, I need to go eat. But I love you guys so much, and I just don't want you guys to be afraid of something that we all have to go through. I just want you to prepare. And like I said, look at me keep talking. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you are involved in the church. Maybe I need to start talking about that, because some people really think they saved because they go to church every Sunday. No, you're not. No, you're not. The church is not going to save you, honey. Okay? Yes, that's good. God is going to look at that. He's going to be like, yes, that's a good thing. You went to church, you praised me. But you have to make sure your connection with him is very strong. You have to make sure when you lead a church, you are doing the same thing as far as praising him, worshiping him, uplifting him, and other people every day, 7 days of the week. Okay? And just because you're smart and you have 4 degrees, you got your diploma, you finished school, you went to college, and you're smart, that's not going to get you into heaven either. Because some people really think they are just goody two shoes. You get to heaven, you pass over and you get to the side where you're being judged, and God said you didn't live your life right. According to your records, sir or ma'am, you did this, you did that. You didn't forgive this person. You still holding a grudge. You get what I'm trying to say? You didn't repent for this. You didn't repent. And he said, well, I went to school. I'm a doctor. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, lawyer, police officer, what. You did this. I don't care how many degrees and certificates that you have. That's not going to get you in these gates. You guys have to really build that connection and start to open yourself up spiritually. It's time. And I'm pretty sure around this time, 2020, where all this stuff is happening, people know, like, okay, the revelations is playing out. Things are happening. These worldly disasters, these killings, these plagues, these diseases, it's happening, killing people all. It's happening too soon and very fast. Ding, ding, ding. It's time running out. I'm not saying that God is coming back. Nobody knows when the Lord is coming. But I'm saying he's trying to tell you something. Okay? He's trying to tell you to get your life together. Come back to me. Baby, please put my baby diapers back in the closet. I don't know what made you...
I'm making a Christmas tree.
Yeah, but what made you come in here and get the diapers out? Like anything else but the diapers. But but yes, guys, just please get your life right and build that connection with God. And I'm going to go feed myself and deal with Miss Kennedy. Okay? And God bless you guys. And stay safe and prayed up during these times and the times that we are going to face that are coming our way soon.